Dito sa Rosario, Agusan del Sur, ating matutunghayan ang VPO Agro-Industrial Development Corporation. Akalain ninyong expert sila sa maraming sektor tulad ng agricultural farming, livestock at poultry production. Nangingitlog lang naman ng 90,000 hanggang 120,000 ang kanilang manukan, habang ang piggery nila, 60 hanggang 70 baboy ang nakakatay. At lahat ng yan nangyayari sa isang araw. Nakamamangha, di ba? Sa kanilang negosyong farm-to-table na mga produkto. Halina't alamin ang gusto at binabalik-balikan ng mga wholesalers, maging mga household consumers. Dito lang sa DOSTv, Science for the People. So Sir Bobot, paano nyo nalaman ang DOST setup?
Through the provincial director, Mrs. Dedinka Bonitas. She was our family friend when we talk over sometime we met, and she told us about the program of DOST. And since we are also interested of availing that program, we asked her how we can process it and avail the program.
So, hindi ba kayo nahirapan dun sa pag-process ng mga requirements? Kamusta yung experience?
Yeah, hindi naman. And they're very friendly. They're very, in fact, they're the one facilitating us everything so that we can easily avail the project.
So, ibig sabihin, gaano katagal, sir? Kwentuhan nyo kami since nakilala nyo si Provincial Director Diding, and then isubmit nyo na lahat ng requirements. Kamusta?
Well, after submitting all of the requirements, I think it only takes us about 3 months na
3 months
we already availed the program. Yes.
And then, yung pong amount, how much?
About 375 million. Something like that. I just can't remember the exact amount, but that's something like that.
So since ayan na, nabigay sa inyo yung tulong ng DOST, comparison lang siguro muna tayo. Before and after, wala pa yung tulong ng DOST. Kamusta po ang takbo ng negosyo ninyo?
Well, since the best project that we have built is intended for sago flour production.
Yes.
And since it is also our advocacy, our company's advocacy to preserve and conserve the sago palm trees around Agusan del Sur, and we just wanted to make an industry out of it. So we have not yet started the business, but with the availment of that project, or that program, we were able to make it. We were able to post through our program.
At nung nandun na mismo yung assistance, yung bang ibig sabihin yung production ninyo, nakita ninyo kung gaano kalakas, and then yung improvement, sinasabi niyo hindi pa naman talaga totally nakakapag-start.
Yes, but yes, when we already have built that and it's already working, we found it out that we were able to improve our production from a traditional one, because we used to do it traditionally.
So doon sa 3 million mahigit na na-avail ninyo sa setup, ano-ano yung mga equipments na naipagkaloob sa inyo?
Chainsaw for cutting lumbia trunk. They have the drill that will extract the wet pith of the trunk. The pressing machine that will reduce the moisture of the pith. Then the pulverizer, then the mechanical dryer, and the milling machine, pulverizer, and we also have this sieving machine to separate the fine to the coarse one, and we have a vacuum sucking machine and a cyclone container that will, contain all of the fine flour and for sacking, for
So sa kabuuan,
bagging.
ilang equipments yun, sir?
It is about 10 equipments that are there.
Wala. So ano mensahe nyo, Sir Bobot, dun sa programang ito ng DOST na nakita natin na malaking tulong sa inyong negosyo at sa iba pa rin siguro mga negosyante?
Yes, I will highly recommend for those who are startup businesses, especially if their products are very saleable to the market. You have to avail. You should have to avail this program from the DOST because it will really help you. Because having capital nowadays is very hard. So to make your business grow fast, you have to avail this financial support, especially in DOST, because they will help you without interest.
Yes, yun talaga yun, sir.
As of now, when it comes to setup, since he has just started with his flour processing, sago flour processing, and he has just started, I think the repayment will just also start. Then he would not be available for second availment because you can only avail if you have fully paid the account or the assistance, or at least 80 to 85%. But when he wants other assistance aside from setup, of course, we will assist him. Like Mr. Ositi is interested to avail of the BEAST program of DOST. So during the Right Shop, which was conducted in time with our Regional Science and Technology Week, they were here. We invited them to join. So that's why they're able to come up with a capsule proposal for the Business Innovation through Science and Technology program. It depends on the sector. For food, of course, we conduct several food safety trainings that would be on good manufacturing practices, and also on HACCP, and even on packaging and labeling, on shelf life. So these are some of the trainings that we give to our setup clients. And if they are involved in metals and engineering, of course we provide trainings that are like, for example, machine shop operation, identification of metals, and we also provide them preventive maintenance training.
Okay, ito yung one of our ingredients in our organic fertilizer. A chicken dung with the rice hulls, carbonized rice hulls. The other one on that side is the pig manure with carbonized rice hulls also. While that part is a corn cobs, decomposed corn cobs, and the other one there is a pit soil also, which is rich in humic acid, no? And aside from that, on the other side we have that one is the cacao pods is also our ingredients in our fertilizer production. as well as the palm oil sludge wastes that we use as because they are all rich in mineral for organic fertilizer production. We also have not far from here a rendered mill. A rendered mill, that one on the other side. That's a rendered mill from our slaughter and dressing plant.
Sir, kwentuhan niyo kami, kailan at paano nagsimula yung VPO Agro-Industrial Development Corporation?
Yes, thank you. And nagsimula itong korporasyon na ito in the year 2012.
2012.
Yes,
Okay.
and nagsimula ito sa purpose na magkakaroon tayo mag-create tayo ng employment around the locality. So, and nakita natin na ang pinaka magandang investment to create employment is through agriculture. So that's why we started it.
Pero sa family niyo ba, ibig sabihin bata ka pa lang, nasa family niyo na yung pagsasaka?
We make our living in our small farm with my family and parents. And as far as we know, farmers in the Philippines is not it's not a good practices. Like and usually farmers belong to the poorest of the poor.
Yes.
And me given a chance to improve farming as a way of life, I
Marangal na hanap
Tend,
buhay,
yeah,
di ba, sir?
naging I wanted to prove that farming is a noble profession.
Yes,
Something
decent
like that.
job
Decent
talaga.
job. Oh.
Ayun, so ibig sabihin na namulat ka na sa farming industry. And then eventually, na nagkaroon ka na ng family, doon lang ba nagkaroon ng, ibig sabihin, mas na-develop mo na lahat ng kaalaman, etc.?
Yes, when I was given a chance to do the farming activity, I right away started it and with things in mind that I can improve the situation of the situation of the farmers.
Yes, oo.
And so that I would like to prove to them that there is really money in farming. So that's why I started this VPO Agro-Industrial Development Corporation in such a way that through this I can show to them the best practices, the best way that we can make money out of farming activity.
So yung iba, sir, nagpo-focus lang sila sa agriculture eh. Pero kayo, kinumbine ninyo ang agri and industrial. So agro-industrial, bakit nyo naisipan yun?
Yes, being a farmer only and you depend only on the farm gate price, it will not give you a good income.
Okay.
Usually, what happened to our farmers is that they are just taken advantage by the situation that the processors and traders are the one who earn money out of the product of the farmers. So, in my case, I try to make it in such a way that we process what we produce, and that's why it is a combination of agriculture production and industrial processing, and even I go further to distribution.
Correct.
So that's a complete cycle,
Oo,
complete system.
At pinapractice nyo na rin yung farm to table.
Yes, and that's the shortcut word of in our activity. That's the shortcut word.
So pag-usapan natin sinubong, unang-una, ano po ba ang ibig sabihin ng sinubong?
Sinubong is it's a native term of gold, rose gold.
Rose gold.
Oh,
Okay.
and me as a native on this place, I think of having that name because it will give credit to the Lumad, the
Yes.
people.
So kayo ay lumad.
Yeah, and I belong to the Manubo
Proud.
tribe of Agusan del Sur. So I wanted to make my tribe be proud of what we are doing. And since also that the capital that we invested into this venture came from our activity and small scale mining activity. So that's why I really incorporate gold into all of the activities that we have. And naming, having a name of gold, it's already a gas-gas na yung word
Yung
na
term na
gold.
gold,
Oh,
yes.
ang dami ng mga pangalan na gold. So to make it different, I try to make it native. Kaya yung sinubong.
At akmang-akma
Company,
naman
yeah.
sa inyong business.
Yeah.
So, ang dami nyo ng produktong nailabas. Ano-ano ba yun, sir? Siguro simulan natin dun sa inyong farm, dito sa inyong farm pala na napakalaki at napakaganda. Ano yung una ninyo palang itinanim?
Umpisa is we plant corn because
Okay.
that's that's where I really have an expertise. And rice, that's to provide food for the people around, the
Yes.
family and the people around. And we process that directly for rice. It can be processed directly to be sold in the market. While corn, we process it to make a feeds out of it to supply the livestock that we.
So, meron na rin kayo
we
livestock?
have livestock also. So that's it. And after that, the livestock product, we process it into our slaughterhouse and dressing plant, and I process food, also meat processing plant, and put that into our store, the Sinubong store.
Sinubong store.
So that's how we do the cycle from farm to the table.
So, nire-recycle ninyo, ibig sabihin yung mga solid waste ninyo, hindi na kayo, yung mga pakain sa mga livestock and poultry, wala kayong ibang feeds na pinapakain sa kanila, puro organic.
We produce feeds.
Okay.
That's a mixture. We mix it using the modern way
Okay.
of mixing. So, what we only have the local available mixture or ingredients is that what we use, but we also imported some like soybeans and micro ingredients
Yes.
for food. But the waste, as what you're asking, is that it's about the waste of our livestock. Producing agro-industrial production, if you increase your production, you also increase the waste. And if you will not contain those waste that you produce, it will give pollution to our
Yes.
environment. So to make it, to contain it, we make a way to make use of it by putting that into our digester, and this digester will produce gas that will fuel our generating set to produce electricity.
So, yun na yung source of electricity
Yeah,
ninyo.
that's the source of electricity. And the wastewater that came out from that digester is being polished and used again into our farm buildings. And the solid part of it, we dry it and make use of it as a mixture of organic fertilizer. And nagpapasalamat ako sa DOST na nagbigay tulong sa amin financially and technically. Nagkakaroon kami ng additional production to that, and that means additional income. And it also means additional employment. At we're looking forward for another help that to come from DOST in order for us to give more, to create more employment, especially the Lumad, who is our target beneficiaries of this program. This product that we intend to produce are the product of the lumad. That's why they are the one who can benefit from it. Aside from that, I also wanted to send a message to those who wanted to do businesses and economic activities to consider environmental aspect and their businesses, because if almost all of the businesses that have been in our locality nowadays are just taking for granted the issue of the environment, that, as we all know, it gives a little destruction to our environment. And aside from that also, I wanted also to share my experiences that as we grow, we also have to let other people in our neighbor grow with them, grow with the people.
Magandang umaga. At ito nga ating magiging lagay ng panahon ngayong araw, Monday, January 14, 2019. Makikita natin dito sa ating satellite imagery na maninipis na kaulapan lamang o halos walang kaulapan ang pumapaibabaw ngayon dito sa Pilipinas. At sa malayo nga, meron tayong nakikitang cloud clusters. Ito ay as of 3 a.m., ito ay isang LPA na nasa layon 3,240 kilometers, silangan nga ng Mindanao. Ito ay nasa labas pa rin ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility at patuloy natin binabantayan. Ito ay isang maaaring maging potensyal na unang bagyo ng 2019. Patuloy na northeast monsoon pa rin ang nakakapekto sa kabuuan ng ating bansa, maliban naman sa tail end of a cold front na nakikita rito sa eastern Mindanao. At sa magiging lagay nga ng ating panahon, maulap na papawirin na may mainang pag-ulan lamang ang inaasahan sa Cagayan Valley, samantalang maaliwalas sa panahon, maliban sa mga isolated light rains ang inaasahan sa kabuuan ng Luzon area. Kasama na rito ang Metro Manila. Ang agwat ng temperatura ng Duquigaro ay mula 19 hanggang 28 degrees Celsius, samantalang 19 to 30 naman sa Lawag, at sa Baguio naman ay mula 13 hanggang 25 degrees Celsius. Legazpi City, inaasahan natin ang 24 to 30 degrees Celsius na init, samantalang Puerto Princesa is 26 to 30 degrees Celsius. Sa Tagaytay naman ay 18 to 26 ang inaasahan, at dito sa Metro Manila ay mula 21 hanggang 30 degrees Celsius. Sa Kabisayan at Mindanao naman, inaasahan pa rin natin ang maulap na papawirin sa may Soc-Sargent at Davao Region area, samantalang ang natitirang bahagi ng Kabisayan at Mindanao ay magkakaparin ng maaliwalas sa panahon, maliban lamang sa mga isolated light rains. Ang agwat ng temperatura ng Tacloban ay mula 24 hanggang 30 degrees Celsius, samantalang 25 to 30 naman dito sa Metro Cebu at Iloilo area. Cagayan de Oro, 23 to 30 ang inaasahan natin agwat ng temperatura, 24 to 31 naman sa Davao, at 25 to 33 naman dito sa may Zamboanga City. At ang kalagayan ng ating mga baybaying dagat, moderate to rough ang inaasahan natin dito sa northern and eastern section ng ating bansa, samantalang moderate naman sa natitirang bahagi ng ating mga karagatan. Para sa extended weather outlook dito sa Metro Manila, inaasahan natin during the week, maliwalas sa panahon pa rin ang inaasahan natin. May mga chances pa rin ng light rains, at ang agwat ng temperatura natin ay mula 22 hanggang 30 degrees Celsius. Baguio City, patuloy na magandang panahon ang inaasahan natin. Fair weather still is expected over Baguio City, at ang range of temperature is from 13 to 25 degrees Celsius. Legazpi City, Inaasahan pa rin natin ng maliwalas sa panahon, maliban na lamang sa mga mahihinang pagulan, especially during today until and on Wednesday. At ang agwat ng temperatura ay mula 25 hanggang 30 degrees Celsius. Metro Cebu, patuloy na magandang panahon ang inaasahan natin at ang agwat ng temperatura ay mula 25 hanggang 31 degrees Celsius. Metro Davao, inaasahan pa rin natin ang maliwalas sa panahon, maliban lamang sa mga light rains. Dito at ang agwat ng temperatura ay mula 25 hanggang 33 degrees Celsius. At dito sa Kamanilaan, ang araw ay sumikat kaninang 6:25 ng umaga at muling lulubog ng 5:45 ng hapon. At yan ang latest mula rito sa Weather Forecasting Center ng Pag-asa. Raymond Ordinario nag-uulat.
DOSTv would like to thank Filipino Creazione de Mano Incorporated. Visit their showroom at ground floor lobby, PSM-BFI Building, 318 Santolan Road, West Crames, San Juan City. SciDev, the world's leading source of reliable and authoritative news, views, and analysis on information about science and technology for global development. Visit their website at www.scidev.net.
Resourceful ang VPO farms dahil ang kanilang electricity, biogas. Mula sa kakao at corn cobs, chicken at pig manure, nagagawa nila ang solid waste bilang organic fertilizer at nire-recycle ang liquid bilang patubig sa kanilang pananim. Tunay na may pagmamalaki ang ating mga setup adapters, hindi ba? Hindi lang revolutionary ang nagagawa nila sa science, kundi nakatutulong din sila sa Pilipinas na mapalago ang ekonomiya at magamit ng maayos ang ating mga natural resources. Mula po rito sa Agusan del Sur ng rehiyon ng Caraga, laging tumutok sa nag-iisang science and technology show sa Pilipinas. Ako po si Jel Miranda. Ito ang DOSTv Science for the People.